to another little vlog, a little day in my life. I actually just finished up some work stuff and now I'm taking a little break. Today is quite a busy day. I felt actually inspired to color code my to-do list today by priority just because there's a lot that I want to get done. And with today being a slightly cooler day than it was yesterday, I'm feeling more motivated and I'm feeling more kind of inspired to really tackle the to-do list, all while staying calm, peaceful, focused on quiet, stillness, and prayer as best I can, while also trying to tackle certain responsibilities and moving forward towards certain goals that I currently have. The way that I look at my priorities these days as far as how I shape my days, number one, I really try to keep God at the center, because for a while I was falling off of that, you guys. I will be so honest. I was feeling totally like a little leaf blowing in the breeze, just thrown about and very easily impacted and affected by things that would happen in my life. And of course, I realized it's because prayer wasn't central and Jesus and my relationship with God was not central. Now I really try to keep that as my absolute number one, so that in between my responsibilities that I have and in the mornings, at night, like everything needs to be shaped around my time with God. And so the next priority is things like family, friends, people in my life, trying to make sure that those relationships are good, trying to be better, trying to be a better sister, daughter, friend, fiance, granddaughter. I mean, the list just goes on, and really trying to just love better. And then the next subset, the next priority is work. The actual job that I'm hired for, that type of work is the third priority, because those are duties and tasks that God has given to me in this current season of life. And being diligent in my work and honoring God through my work is like so important to me. So having those top three has been really critical. And then things beneath that, honestly, my main priorities have been prepping for the wedding and planning for the wedding, because as a little update, we don't yet have 100% certainty on our wedding date, but chances are the date is going to be quite soon. I'll just put it out there. It could be very soon, which means the wedding planning is sped up, if you will, and there's a lot that needs to be done in a much shorter amount of time, which again is something that was stressing me out not too long ago, simply because my priorities were completely misaligned, and I was putting like wedding planning up here and then like God and friends and family like down here. Just was not working out for me. It's not the way God intends things to go. So learn that lesson, and here we are now, keeping wedding planning and prep more like number 4, 5 on the priorities list. And ebbing and flowing with that 4 and 5 position is also working on like personal hobbies and personal like side endeavors. For example, my editing and working on this YouTube channel, that's something that I prioritize every week, but it's not going to come before God, family, and friends, and my actual work tasks. But it might move from position 4 down to position 5, depending on if wedding stuff is feeling more kind of relevant that week. Right, so everything ultimately gets done, but it's mostly about how much time I'm putting into each. And when it does come down to what needs to be kind of sacrificed and what needs to be prioritized, that's how I like to look at those tasks. So with that said, you guys, I also wanted to mention just how incredibly amazing it has been to be committed to making these weekly videos for you all. I have been enjoying this so much, and I have been loving connecting with every single one of you. So thank you to all of you who have been commenting, reaching out to me on different platforms. I just so appreciate the connection that we're able to build, and just the fact that we all can kind of share our faith together and talk about different things, mental health too, is so powerful, and it's really a gift for me, and it motivates me every single day and every single week to continue putting content out there for you all. So thank you guys so much. That's my little spiel this morning. It is around lunchtime. Oh, no, it's not. It is about 1 p.m. as I speak now. So I have, like I mentioned, some things on my to-do list that I need to get done that are further down in the 4 and 5-ish priority range, because I'm feeling really good about work stuff and about my time with God today and family and friends. So let's move on to some of those little side tasks. So first thing on the agenda right now is replying to an email from the cantor that I asked to sing at my wedding. Through him, I've been trying to also get in touch with an organist and then hopefully also a violinist. That would be fabulous. So let's reply to that email. To cross something off of a to-do list. It's just so satisfying and feels so good. Now let us move into more like the hobby side of my to-dos, because I do have some free time before my next client. So I need to design and then order some business cards and some stickers so that I have them in my hands delivered to the home before my mom and I go to our Catholic conference, where I'm going to want to have business cards and stickers. Just little obstacles as far as getting the business cards and stickers designed, just because I was trying to figure out which printing provider to use, and I'm leaning towards Staples now just because I couldn't do double-sided business cards, unfortunately, with the printing provider I was planning to use. So now I'm just going to use Staples, invest a little bit more money, but at least I'm going to be getting double-sided like I really would like. But it is almost time for my next session, so I'm glad I was able to kind of troubleshoot that. So I need to just get myself together, go back into my room / office, get myself set up and see my next client, and then we will come back to this later on. Coping skills 101. Sometimes when things are just not going the way that you hope they would, you need to walk away, take a breath, take some space, leave the task, and just do something else. Maybe eat a little food if you're low. Maybe drink some more water. Maybe do some exercise. Maybe do something else. I was able to design and order the business cards. Those are all set. I actually ended up having to make them through Canva because I just kept running into issues trying to create an account with Staples and Walmart, and I just kept hitting walls. So I was like, all right, I know how to design on Canva, so let me just create the design and order them through Canva. Ultimately, cost wasn't even that outrageous, and I've ordered things from Canva before and I've really liked the way that their products come out. So I'm very, very happy and grateful that that is done. But trying to create and order the stickers has been another set of obstacles that honestly at this point in the day, it's 4:30, and I just wanted to get them done after I finished up my last session. So I just, tried to transition, get them done, bing, bang, boom. But it's just taking way longer than I thought. And I just don't feel that in this moment I have the capacity to keep navigating those obstacles right now. So, like I said, coping skills 101. We are taking a break from doing that. We are gonna grab some food. We're gonna return to that either tonight or tomorrow. I'm letting go of that, honestly. It's gonna get done, doesn't have to be today. And I'm gonna redirect, right? Go back to some other things on my to-do list, or just take a little breather and take some time to transition from kind of the workday itself. So let's do that. Yes. Friends, the power of knowing what you need, you know, the power of taking a little break when you just need it and coming back to a task when the circumstances just feel a whole lot better. Like right now, I am sitting in this porch of ours that only opens up in the warm weather, and I can see the garden, I can see the grass, I can see the sunset starting to do its thing, I can see birds flapping around, I can see all sorts of little things, and it just feels so peaceful and calm and quiet. And I'm in such a better place now to re-tackle those stickers. And lo and behold, I just needed a clear mind. I came back and was able to just now finish designing a sticker, and I'm going to print it, and I'm going to place an order to get a few shipped here once I finish designing 2 more journals that I'm going to be ordering for myself and my mom to bring to that conference to have. Just a couple more things to do, but I feel so much better now. So, tidbit of wisdom. Just give yourself time, space, come back to something if it's making you feel a little overwhelmed. It's okay. And speaking of journals though, you guys, I'm gonna put up on the screen here so you can see the image, the photo, and the design that I'm going to be putting on some journals. I'm curious to know what quotes you all think would go really nicely like underneath this design, underneath this image on a journal. Because I have one variation that is a St. Francis de Sales quote that is a little bit more grief centered, it could be, or if you're navigating mental health trials that are really, really heavy, it might kind of sit well for you. So I would love to get your thoughts. If you can leave me in the comments what you think would be a really nice saint quote or Bible verse that would go well with this image on a journal cover. So let me know what you guys think, because I'm going to be making some more journals using specifically this design, but I want to have more quotes that fit the image nicely, but that maybe have a different tone to them. Thank you ahead of time for any thoughts that you might have. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and actually design 2 new journals with that image and that graphic. Alright friends, we have reached the end of the day. I'm looking at you in my mirror because I'm about to take my makeup off and just get myself ready for reading, sleeping, bedtime. But I wanted to just emphasize the lesson that I learn often and have to relearn, and that is the lesson that yes, productive days are awesome and it feels so good, right, to cross things off of our to-do lists, but back to coping skills 101, never ever forget that if you start to feel overwhelmed and you start to feel like it's all a little too much, it's okay. It's okay to take a step back. It's okay to allow yourself
to relax, to rest if you're able to, right? And it's okay to be more flexible. And I think having flexibility is so powerful for our mental health, our wellness in general, right? Having self-compassion and saying, it's okay if I can't get absolutely everything done on my to-do list in the amount of time I want to get it done, right? If it takes a little longer, things get pushed off to the next day. Again, sticking to your priorities list, right? Making sure those top priorities are met. Some of those other little things, again, at like spot 4 and 5, it's okay if we can't get them all done in the perfect manner at the perfect time that we hoped. And ultimately, turning to prayer in those moments, asking God to help us through those moments, reminding ourselves that our worth and value are not rooted in our ability to do a certain number of things in a day, right? So going back to Him, taking time to rest, chill, relax, find rest in Jesus, spend time in nature, those things are so important, and they're just as integral into our days as those to-dos are, right? So anyways, just a little reminder that I had for myself today that I figured I'd pass along, because that's the reality of a productive day in my life, right? Productive day in all of our lives. Productivity is very great, right? It's wonderful, but it needs to be balanced with rest and reflection and stillness and silence, with the purpose of reconnecting with our worth and value and with love, the source of love, which is God. And He is the source of your worth and value, no matter how much you get done on your to-do list. And it's okay to walk away and come back. You won't get in trouble for it. So anyways, that's my little spiel for the day. It's been a fabulous day. Loved having you guys join me. I'm gonna get myself ready for bed.